it's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It's Sunday morning. It's a coffee kind of morning. I wanted to continue my Albums to Discover series through Discog Shuffle and talk about this fantastic album, Rainbow Rising. I also have a CD version of it as well. But before I get into that, bit of a channel announcement, I guess. I've decided to mainly focus on my Albums to Discover series. I'm already having a great time with that. A lot of work involved because I just don't like to just show albums. And these aren't reviews, these are more overviews of the albums. But I think I'm going to mainly focus on my Albums to Discover series. I love contests and I love adding to threads, but they are definitely a lot of work, especially when you're drawing from your catalog, talking about the albums and having to put everything back again and working 40 hours a week. I just don't have that extra time to do that type of thing. So again, I'm not putting down anything at all. I just want to focus on mainly on this series. I think it's a great series. I'm having a good time doing it anyway. Hopefully you guys like it. I'll still show the occasional album pickup or vinyl find or whatever, do a couple of videos on those, but my main focus will be on my Albums to Discover series through Discog Shuffle. I think I have enough in my catalog to keep it going for quite a while, and yeah, that's what I've decided to do. I think with everything that's going on with life, with work, with I got to be more central focused, and I just don't have that time to do anything extra. Again, nothing against anyone doing anything extra. I think it's fantastic. I love those ideas. I've been fortunate enough to win a couple of contests, and I greatly appreciate it. I love following threads, and I love following everyone who does all this stuff, and I'll still continue to support and comment as much as I can on everyone's channel. But I just want to be central based, and I think this is the idea where I want to go. Hopefully it's going to work. We'll see. But I just wanted to let you guys know that been thinking about it for a few days now, and it gives me a focus for video ideas, which I'll probably never run out of as long as I can continue to add to my collection. I don't think I'll ever run out of ideas, and hopefully I'll bring a lot to the table, so we'll see. So getting back to this amazing album, Rainbow Rising, or Rising it's called, or people call it Rainbow Rising or Rising. It just works when you call it Rainbow Rising. Again, Rainbow, British supergroup, based out of Hartford, England in '75 by the amazing guitarist Ritchie Blackmore from Deep Purple fame, one of the founding members of Deep Purple. Started out with Ronnie James Dio and his band Elf. Elf was an amazing band formed in 1967 from America, including, of course, Ronnie James Dio, who also not only sang but played bass with Elf. Doug Thaler on keyboards, Gary Driscoll on drums, and guitarist Nick Pontos and David Feinstein, who was Ronnie James Dio's cousin, both on guitar. They started out as the Electric Elves back in '68, but then changed their name, up until '68, and then changed their name to the Elves in '68. They broke up in '75 and then regrouped again. Most of them regrouped to become part of Rainbow. With Ritchie Blackmore, they created this amazing album. This is Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow, and I'm pretty sure this was a gift from Aaron Muth Alomar based on the MoFi sleeves, and I'm 100% positive it is. So thank you, Aaron, again. Aaron Muth Alamere, one of the most giving people in the vinyl community. Remarkable stuff. It's on the Polydor label. But what a great album. What a great, great album this is. It's 1975 release. You got Man on the Silver Mountain. The big hit off of this one. Ronnie James Dio on vocals, Ritchie Blackmore on guitar, Mickey Lee Soul on keyboards, Craig Gruber on drums, and Gary Driscoll on Craig Gruber on bass and Gary Driscoll on drums. It's full of medieval themes, doom rock, hard rock, bluesy rock, a bit of folk as well. The only track that really didn't fit in is If You Don't Like Rock and Roll. I don't know why they put that in there. It just doesn't fit into the rest of the album. Not taking away from the song. Maybe as a bonus track, but it just doesn't fit in with the hard rock and the heavy rock theme of the rest of the album. Dio has such unique vocals, and he just shines on this one for sure. Hopefully one day it'll come up on the shuffle and I can talk about this one as well, but I just obviously had to show it. So after their debut, Ritchie Blackmore decided to get rid of the members of Elf, and they came up with this amazing album. Ronnie James Dio is still with them. This is a remastered version of the album, and they added Tony Carey on keyboards, Jimmy Bain on bass, and the great Cozy Powell on drums, and created this remarkable album, Rising, in '76. Been voted as one of the best heavy metal albums of all time by a lot of the heavy metal magazines, and hit number 48 on the Rolling Stones Top 100 Albums of All Time. Most of the album was recorded under one take, maybe two takes at the most, which is pretty remarkable that a gang of members come together like that to create such an amazing album and hit it on one take or two takes. Remarkable. It's got the amazing Stargazer on an 8-minute and 28-second opus featuring the Munich Philharmonica Orchestra. The band was running on all cylinders and just almost meant to be. Rob Halford of Judas Priest praised the album. He thought it was just amazing. He thought it was a masterpiece and a milestone, and said it introduced a Dungeons and Dragons style fantasy heavy metal album to the world. So pretty cool and pretty high praise from an amazing artist like Rob Halford. Where the first one, their first album, Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow, was more of a bluesy hard rock album with some folk influences. This one is full-on progressive heavy metal. Just remarkable. Just awesome stuff. And I have lost my notes here. Oh, figures. The second half of the album just has two songs on it. Both are around 8 minutes. Stargazer and A Light in the Black. Both fantastic songs. Stargazer has a great opening with Cozy Powell. Cool drum fills on it. And the keyboards are just, and the guitar just laser together to create this amazing sound. Dio's vocals are off the charts, and the song itself builds and builds and builds, and then as it begins to fade with Dio's voice in there as well, the orchestra comes in and just ends the album. Ends the song. Just remarkable. A Light in the Black Another amazing track, focusing more on solos. Um, Cozy Powell's drumming is so powerful in this song, just remarkable. Um, and Dio's vocals, um, he hits some of the highest notes ever on this song, and the bass work is so good. There's a huge solo by both Reggie Blackmore and Carey on keyboards, and they go back and forth between the two. Awesome track, awesome track. One thing about one thing about Ritchie Blackmore on this one is that um, he allows the rest of the band to shine. He kind of takes a step back, which is cool because more of an egotistic type of person, mainly, and that's one reason I think maybe he left Deep Purple, because him and Gillan didn't get along together. Both egotistic type of artists, both amazing in their own right, but in Rainbow, especially Rainbow Rising, he took a little bit of a step back to let the other musicians shine, which is pretty big of him to do that. Remarkable stuff. Tarot Woman, great keyboard entry, and another great solo by Ritchie Blackmore, and an even greater keyboard solo by Carey. Just so good. Run with the Wolf, another great groove to it. Awesome riffing by Blackmore, and Ronnie James Dio's vocals shine on this one as well. He tones it down during the verses, and then ranks it up on the chorus. Just remarkable. Do Your Close Your Eyes, another song that maybe doesn't fit with the rest of the album. Not to take away from the track, it's just it's a departure from the rest of the songs. It's not a fantasy-based song, it's more straight-ahead rock song. It's just different from the rest of the album. Rainbow Rising, an amazing album. If you don't know it, definitely get it. Whoop. Just remarkable stuff. One of the highest ranking albums in the heavy metal industry, in my opinion, for sure. Awesome stuff. Some of the other albums that I have by Rainbow, I've got their third album, Long Live Rock and Roll. This continues the trend of Rising. Another fantastic album. It'd be the last to feature Ronnie James Dio, who eventually left and went to Black Sabbath. It's every bit as good as Rising, in my opinion, anyway. People think it's sometimes even better than Rising, but I don't rank albums by bands. I love each album individually. I think it's amazing. I'm missing their fourth album, Down to Earth, but I do have their fifth album, Difficult to Cure. More of a commercial album than their previous albums. And it's also the first to feature Jolene Turner on vocals. A great vocalist in his own right. Also has Don Airey on keyboards, who's now playing with Deep Purple. He's played with so many bands. Roger Glover from Deep Purple's on bass on this one. And Bob Rodneth on drums. Great album. I think it's really good. I also have their seventh album. I'm missing their sixth. This is Bent Out of Shape. I love the cover on that one. Again, another commercial style album. It was released in 1983. It'd be their last album before a 12-year break. It'd also be the last to feature Jolene Turner on it as well. Roger Glover's on bass, David Rosenthal on keyboards, and the only one to feature Chuck Berger on drums. Holds his own, I think. I think it holds its own against the rest of them. And it's a great 80s style hard rock album. It's really good. Again, if you listen to it on its own, not listen to Rising or It's Only Rock and Roll or even Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow, it's a great album. It's a great album. A couple live albums I have. I've got On Stage. I love that photo here as well. This is a double live album recorded live in Germany and Japan in 1976. Then the album was released in 77. You got Kill the King, Man in the Silver Mountain, and Starstruck all in one side. Catch the Rainbow. Then you got Mistreated, a Deep Purple cover. You got 16th Century Green sleeves. Then you got Still I'm Sad, which is a Yardbird cover on it. Great, great album. You got Ritchie Blackmore on guitar, of course, Ronnie James Dio on vocals, Tony Carey on keyboards, Jimmy Bain on bass, and the great Cozy Powell on drums on this one. And then just got this one recently. This is Rainbow Denver 1978. It's the Down to Earth tour. Again, another double album on really nice baby blue vinyl. Obviously recorded in Denver. This one has Graham Bennett on vocals, who does a pretty darn good job. I've heard some people that picked up this album that say the quality isn't great on it. I didn't find that. I found the quality pretty damn good on this one. Pardon me. You got The Eyes of the World, Love's No Friend, Since You've Been Gone, they're a huge, huge hit. All Night Long, Man in the Silver Mountain, and Long Live Rock and Roll. Again, Bennett's voice, or Bonnet's voice, sorry, sounds great, does a great job, and quite happy to have that in my collection. So there you have it. There's my look at Rainbow Rising, a fantastic album. Let's see what's on the shuffle. And if this one comes up, if my phone cooperates on me. So nothing there. I go to random item. And you've got Paul McCartney, McCartney 3. Wow, looking forward to that one. So there you have it, guys. Probably won't be doing a video tomorrow as that work thing gets involved. And probably be back on Tuesday with a look at Paul McCartney 3. Anyway, guys, take care. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.